Hi. Finally, after grinding all those regionals here in Germany, since we have real life events again, I finally done it. I got my regional top of August without hard power, and it feels so fucking good after trying for multiple months. Holy. And yeah, I played the same decklist as in Ludwigshafen, the other region I've played it last weekend. I got top 8 in Schweinfurt with August, and I felt so confident with this deck. I never had a decklist where I felt so confident with August since Hub got banned. This is crazy, and I had a lot of fun playing this. I had a lot of fun destroying my opponents with this. And I'm really excited to show you this deck. I actually showed this deck already, but I explained all this stuff in German. But because I topped the regional, I thought like, okay, it should be fine to just make this video again, but for the international audience. So yeah, why not? Before we get into the deck profile, shoutouts to my team cards of men, of course. Shoutouts to Gruppe, the group which I'm traveling with onto all those regionals together. Gruppe 0694 Euro Wessel. And also shoutouts to my local store Jake Entertainment and in Frankfurt and Darmstadt. And also shoutouts to everyone who bought me cards for all these events I've grinded, and also for all my supporters for the last few months. Yeah, let's get right into the deck profile. I played 10 starters and 45 cards. I do play 45 cards in the main deck. I played 6 normal summons plus 3 additional normal summons, 3 small world and 1 foolish. 10 starters. Girsu is the best one. Girsu is the heart and soul of the deck. But these are other normal summons which I chose to play for the event. I could have also gone for a first recycler instead of Armor Knight, but I decided to play Armor Knight because Armor Knight and Scrap Recycler have the same defense stats, which is kind of important for Small World in some cases where you need Armor Knight or Grapher, Armor Knight or Recycler as a bridge to search either of those. For example, you can reveal Illusion of Chaos from your hand to banish to reveal this from the deck as a bridge to search Recycler, which is cool. There's a really cool play you can do. I'm gonna just explain later on. But 10 starters and 45 cards was, in my opinion, correct. Of course, you just want to see one of your starters. That's for sure. But I got really annoyed about drawing like multiple starters, like hands like 3 normal summons or whatever, and you just think like it could be like one normal summon and like 4 hand drops or whatever, you know. Could have been better, and I figured that this is the perfect ratio. I thought about playing in its 11th starter like another normal summon, but I have to test it out and do the math for that. But yeah, 10 is fine. I do count this as a normal as a starter, because you can just dump Nightmare and then just normal summon one of your whatever monsters. You can also normal Skeleton or whatever, or even Hand Trap, and then set Nightmare and then set Crescendo, just pass with like 3 other hand traps in your hand, which should be fine. You know, yeah, I cannot complain about that. Then we play a small Orc package, because these are cards we do not want to draw. These 4 monsters, we just want to dump them from our deck, and then we do play 1 big turn, 1 Babel, of course, and double Crescendo. I do play double Crescendo for the grind game. This is not a combo. It's kind of a combo deck, but it's also a control deck, and you need the second Crescendo for the grind game, definitely. Crescendo is really good. It's an Omni Gate, which is also in follow-up next turn, where you can just add Girsu try to crack your opponent's bot and just set another crescendo, and then they have to struggle against crescendo, which is crazy. You don't want to draw this, as I said before. Just dump them from the deck. That's pretty much it. These are fine to draw because you can still special summon them from your hand with Brass Bombard. That's the only reason. One of the reasons why I do play Brass Bombard. The other reason why I do Brass Bombard in my main deck is I do play Haiku Firebreaks, which means I can just special summon this and then make Long Gisu or Galatea with Hike and this one, Brass Bombard. I can also make Dark, theoretically, if I don't want to summon Long Gisu or Galatea by summoning this from deck, which is cool. But was the first one to draw. If you don't have Gisu as your normal summon and you have Modern in hand, you can just basically you just can't play this basic play. Oh god, I'm getting a stroke. Except you have an extender or whatever, like Illusion for example. But yeah, this is the way I played on Orcust cards. I think it was fine. It was definitely enough to grind with my opponent. I don't think you need more names. It was perfect. You just don't want to draw names, to be honest. This was definitely fine enough. Then I played the Swords package. Shout out to Alex for borrowing me these. Illusion is really good because you can just put back your fusion bricks for even want. A really cool play you can do with want in hand and Small World and Illusion is you can just reveal the illusion from your hand at souls and then just put back want, and then afterwards you can use Small World, reveal illusion, then use Harmonized Celebration, and then just add Scrap Recycler. So you have an extender and recycler, and you got your World back into your deck, which means you can just normal summon recycler. If they have a hand drop like Whale or Impem, that's fine. You can just still special summon souls. If you can do that, you can also draw cards of souls, and then afterwards just make DP, and then your opponent's gonna lose. This deck is basically just DP control with Orcust cards and a lot of hand traps. But yeah, these are the best extents you can play in this deck. Definitely 100%. I'm pretty sure about that. Fusion bricks, of course. Hardwing Fusion Destiny is good, as always. Best 12 in the game. And then the rest of the deck are just hand traps. I do play 18 hand traps in the main deck. 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Veiler, triple Ogre, triple Lockbirds, triple Nip, and I played triple Gamma with Driver. Gamma is kind of weird, but it's actually really strong. It's strong going second. And going first, usually you have to have like a monster in your field, which means you cannot use this all the time. You cannot stop Ash with Gamma if you have gears on board, of course. But with DPE, we can just clear our board, so we have no monsters in the field. Use DP is effectively revive it next turn, of course, and then we can just play Gamma and just wake our opponent. Gamma is so good. And also, every hand trap can add a normal summon. Veiler is the only hand trap which cannot add Gisu, but every other hand trap besides Veiler can just add Gisu, which is strong. You can reveal Nip, reveal Gamma from deck, add Gisu. You can reveal this from hand, banish this from deck, add Gisu. Same goes for Ash Blossom. If you reveal Gamma from hand, you can banish Lockbird and add Gisu. And if you have Veiler in hand, you can reveal this, banish Ash, and then add Recycler. That's the plan. But yeah, 18 hand traps just makes your opponent's life much harder, and also much easier for you, because you know that just normal summon Gisu is enough to kill your opponent. Yeah, 45 cards, as I said before, perfect number. Funny reason why 45 is a cool number, because one pack of sleeve contains 60 sleeves, so you can use every sleeve from this one pack to sleeve your deck. Really cool, huh? Extra deck. We have triple Galatea, of course, long gears, double link gears, obvious. Zeus is broken, especially going second. Like normal summon Gesu, if this resolves and also the token effect resolves, holy, you can just summon this, clear your opponent's board, and then still make DPE. Or even Crescendo Pass with like 10 million hand traps in your hand. DP, of course, strongest card in the extra deck besides Zeus and Masquerena and Ningisu. Of course, Verte. Of course, to summon Enforcer. Link Reaver. Dark is broken. I baited out a lot of interrupts with Dark, and I was then afterwards just able to search gears, which is really cool. But some plays I do with Dark is effect Dark to special summon my opponent's Verte, which is cool because they are forced to pop Verte, and I still can make my Verte and then just summon my DP, which is cool. I also used Dark's effect to summon Joe Beanie from my opponent's graveyard, so I was able to send Skeleton from deck. Also nice play you can do. Theoretically, you can, yeah, of course, you can just summon DP from your opponent's graveyard with this, so you have 2 DPs on the board. That's fine. You can, fun fact, you can overlay both DPs on the field for Dinkisu. I don't know if this is if it's ever gonna happen, but you know, just in case, you know, if you know, you know. Like 5 breaks, as I said before, we do play Breast Bombard as a target, so we can summon Galatea or Longisu very easily. Masquerena, best rifle of all time, of course. Unicorn and Access Code Talker to OTK my opponent, and also to just destroy my opponent's field, of course. A very cool play you can do with Access Code Talker is you can banish one Orcust Link mod of your from your graveyard to pop whatever cards from your opponent's field, and then afterwards you can use World Wand to just revive the banished Orcust monster you've used for Access Code Talker. Really nice play. Side deck. I do play triple Purple Nightfall in the side deck. It looks weird, but it makes a lot of sense. Smallwood is the worst starter going second, because I don't want to use Smallwood going second, to be honest. It's really weird. If I still have to play Smallwood going second, I am forced to keep one hand trap in my hand, so I can just search a normal summon. And instead of just making this play, I can just side out Spawner and play this instead. This is like the best starter going second, actually, because if you just summon this is a lot of pressure. And if this resolves, you can just add Gesu, and then next turn you can just add Gesu again. And also I baited a lot of end drops with that, funny enough. First of all, you can just run over Appaloosa, which has like 24 attack, summon with 3 monsters or whatever shit. And something which a lot of play do not know, I assume, because I had this situation a couple of times. I used this effect to target itself and then banish it, and then switch keys to, and my opponent just chain Ash or Veiler or even Fogblade, and they had like DP on the field. They could have just used DP's effect, pop this, and then I'm not able to search Kisu. But no, they just used other shit. Against Phantom Knights, my opponent used Fogblade against this. This was, I guess, in Dreieich at the regional. He used Fogblade on this, and I was like, okay, fine, I will just double summon Armor Knights and Nightman, then make Dark, summon Verte, so he has to pop Verte with DPE, but he didn't even pop his own DPE, so I was just able to send DP within gears, so which was funny enough, and I was able to just have a grind game with my opponent. Yeah, a lot of pressure this card. Some people suggested me to play Blue Sky, but there's no card in the side deck which I would cut for that, to be honest. And I think to be honest, you only need purple. Purple is like enough pressure going second. I think it's fine. And I think blue sky is more fragile going second than this. Other stuff. We have triple lands here. Obvious. I played double chalice instead of Bell in the side deck for the Schweinfurt regional because I expected even more Flunder matchups than Brackets, and I was right. A lot of player played Flunder, and holy shit, it's so annoying to play against it. I mean, they can still throw Shifter and I will still make Crescendo pass and I still lose. Okay, I actually lost against that ball where I got shifted, and I still make Crescendo pass because my hand wasn't that great actually, but usually Crescendo pass is great. Tactics was broken. Triple trim and one feather duster. That's pretty much with the with the deck profile. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It feels really good to top with August in 2022. That's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much with the deck profile. Thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next time. Bye.